Hello, William Minerva.
Oh, God.
Welcome.
Okay, so I have to say, if that's William Minerva, I'm very happy he doesn't have a fucking scarf and goggles. that right now, that is the only thing this chapter has fucking going in its favor. Because, oh my God, I did not want to see that much of the fucking little children brigade that they have dragging around with them. It just made me hate all of them. Literally all of them. I like it when they're in the background and they shut the fuck up. Because they never contribute anything useful or intelligent. They're just there for comedy relief. I don't care about them. To die. I want them to. I want them to be like emotional baggage that Ray and Emma have to carry around because they knew they let them die. Okay, that's all I want out of them. That's all I ever wanted out of them. I don't want them to talk. I don't want them to be around. I don't want them to throw a temper tantrum because they showed up and there's nothing around because obviously there fucking wouldn't be, or else the demons would have eaten everyone there.
You know,
stupid little monsters.
It makes me think, actually, wouldn't it be great if they could just, like, drop off the kids somewhere and, like, we could have the adventures mostly on Emma, Ray, and, like, Gilda and what's his name?
Yeah, like some kind of daycare where they would never have to talk to them again.
Yeah.
And maybe there would be, like, a caretaker. And then when they turn, like, 11 years old, they're quietly moved somewhere the fuck else.
To, like, let's say, be eaten in the farm.
Or to be adopted. Yes, adopted.
Okay. Yeah, quote-unquote adopted, I mean. That's what I mean.
So, yeah. So, let's move away from the little monsters that I hate so fucking much. and talk about the fucking goddamn, like, shonen kung fu bullshit fight.
Alright, yes. I had a problem with
Neverland.
This. I had a problem with, like, this in Promised Neverland. Okay, yeah, sure, this fight would be like, oh, it's so well drawn and cool and everything, but I feel like this kind of thing is just, like, fight porn for something that is...
Like, why is he even fighting them? He obviously just wants the same thing they do, just to, like, eat children.
It's like a scene that's not very necessary.
Like, I do not understand. Like, he had a great send-off. Like, I didn't really particularly like the character to begin with. He had a great send-off that kind of redeemed him in my eyes, where it's like, yes, as soon as they begin to breed, I'll start eating them. And then everything will be on the fucking up and up again.
And
yeah, that was as good of a send-off as you
could
ask for.
All of a sudden, he just shows up as like, sup, motherfucker. Fuck you for trying to...
Isaac, by the way, we hear that stuff.
Yeah, that's my fault. I was, like, dealing with some copyright stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, fuck you, motherfuckers. We're rather fucking... It's like, I'm gonna protect the children or something. I don't know. We just, look, it's getting boring. We just need to have someone punch something.
I didn't mind it. I like the nice little... I'm always a sucker for some violence, even if it did feel kind of like out of line and not quite sure why he needed to kill them when they were in the forest and they seemed to have like no idea. You didn't like the demon dog demon action, and now there's a fight which we'll probably never get to see between him and like the head guy with the fucking razor shit.
It probably could have been just like one or two panels. It probably could have just been one or two panels to just show like, oh, all the slaughtered dog demons, and, you know, song-juu versus, you know, super demon sword dude, like, is gonna face off against each other. That might have been interesting, but it's like, you know, to show that entire action sequence of, like, him slashing, like, you know, demons, like...
It did feel very out of characteristic for this, you know, what the series is usually, because usually it's not like that violent, and, you know, we don't really get gratuitous action sequences.
And it doesn't seem to be a point to it either as well. It just like feels gratuitous, and
it just kind of happened, and I don't like the children already escaped, and you don't have to worry about it. You got your breeding stock. You can like wait another 5 to 10 years and see if they start popping out babies or something. And then it's like, instead you risk all that by like going after a bunch of people who are already basically proven themselves to be kind of chuckle fucks. Because they can't catch like a literal mob of small children. I understand they're supposed to be super smart, resourceful small children, but it's still a fucking mob of small children. God damn it.
Yeah, the demons definitely need a win to like. They need to eat a child or do something to like reclaim that intimidation factor.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, right now I'm just not scared of them. Like I just no. All right, so I guess that, and then the fucking bunker.
I just want to, I want to say something about this whole bunker thing, the whole hatch, reminded me a lot of the Lost hatch, like the hatch in the Lost series. Do you guys watch You guys watch
I know I know all about the infamous hatch that where they find the hatch and they spend a whole season. What's in the hatch? Oh my god, there's a light. It means this is for a reason. But like, I don't think it was as bad as the Lost hatch, or at least not yet, because we've got a person there who's like, I do like his character design. I like how he's like this weird fat Willy
I don't even
Wonka
think
guy.
that's William Minerva, but
Probably. I think it's just like some guy who's like part of whatever the resistance is.
Look, he's some schmuck, and we're happy he's there. Like this finally means like a new arc.
It's like finding the guy who's like pressing the button in the hatch in the
Where did he get the money and resources to build this?
Well, assumingly the William Minerva organization or whatever, there are lots of questions that, big chubby fat guy who looks kind of like
what?
Yeah.
He looks like he's not like the friendliest of guys. Although I'd say it's more like the Matrix reveal of the architect. Just think about it. He's like sitting there. He's like with a bunch of computer screens.
He has got like some baked goods next to him.
Well, the architect didn't really eat anything, but he just sat there and looked content.
So yeah. I mean, I guess this is a good step forward, but oh god, everything leading up to that just kind of left me feeling sour over this.
the little kids whining like little bitches, and then the
whining little
children,
and then like the random action sequence for no reason. And it's like, yes, they must have hidden the hatch.
There's more than one reason why I compared this to Lost, I think. Because I feel like Lost also does like random crazy plot twists in the story.
Well,
like
with Lost, they would always
sometimes
have like something where it's like, you got to do the thing, and they will never give you context of what the thing is, but they'll say like, you got to push the button to save the world. You got to get off the island. You got to get back to the island. You got to go, pull the wheel. There's always some stupid thing, and then there's always some guy who's like, there's not enough time. There's not enough time. Well, I don't think we've gotten that necessarily from here. I mean, there are like mysteries and MacGuffins and whatnot, but we haven't gotten anything like.
I'm sorry. Go to the 7 walls. Follow this pen to these random ass coordinates. There's a bunch of like vegan demons like fighting for your cause for some reason, but they turn out to be good in some respect. No, they turn out to be evil because they want to feast on them later. You're not sure about whose alliances to trust, and every new character could be an enemy, friend.
I mean, that can all be pulled off really well, but I think you have the best point when you're like, go to the wall. You follow this pen.
Yeah.
Through this forest. Why are we doing this? Shut the fuck up. We'll find out later.
Exactly. There's like so many elements of Lost
the uncertain
happening
alliances
right now.
Don't.
What? Sorry, say that again?
The uncertain alliances don't bug me. It's just like the general sitting there and going like, and spinning your wheels going like, this could pay off really well. Or I could be pissed that I've wasted this much of my time.
Yes. I'm getting a lot of Lost vibes right now. Like, it could be good, but, the payoff has to be really good.
I guess we're all waiting for, like, to learn more about the William Minerva alliance and whether or not this guy has, like, a tattoo on his neck or if he's, like, a purebred human.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have goggles.
There's just like so much more questions than there are answers right now in this series too. It's like, what are the 7 walls? Like, how did William Minerva get there? Why is there like a hatch in the middle of the freaking desert? Why in the middle of the desert?
Why is Musica named Musica as opposed to that weird like horrifying font thing that they use for literally all the other demons? Why does she look like a human?
Yes.
Is that her actual face, or is she wearing a mask?
Like, why are there? What is this religion about? The vegan demons, and why do they have to get them to be natural? Like, why does this pen do so much to begin with? Why
haven't they eaten one of the children yet? Why are there still so many of them?
Why?
Are they ever going to get names? And if they do, will we care about them?
And why does this William Minerva stand-in guy is eating like baked cookies right now, like in the middle of the freaking desert in a hatch?
That's his quirk. Well, I'm kind of curious though. He seems like this is like a normal thing. Like he isn't like surprised. Like are there more children who are escaping from these like fucking Whole Foods farms?
I don't know. Considering how like excited the 2 demons were when it's like, holy shit, someone actually escaped. It's like, I would think not. Maybe he's just seen them coming because he helped plant the pen, or the pen has a tracking device in it or something. But yeah, you're right. That is kind of weird that he's so fucking blasé about the fact that like a bunch of children managed to escape and like wander through the cavalcade of terrors that is that fucking forest and escape the angry bunch of demons tracking them, and find the stupid fucking hatch in the middle of the wasteland, and find him.
Yeah,
and he's like,
maybe he was like tracking them through GPS the whole time with the stupid pen that could do everything apparently.
Like, why was he in the fucking hatch? Why didn't he just like go find them and be like, yo, assholes, follow me.
Exactly.
Be quiet. Keep the little monsters fucking quiet. I swear to God, if one of them cries, I'm gonna kick it to death. There are demons following you. I'll guide you to the forest. Oh, by the way, don't step in that hole. The trees eat people.
Yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't want to leave the hatch, man. He's got his cookies. He's looking like he's living a good life, man.
And he's got to continually press that button, probably, to stop the apocalypse. From,
if we will be officially like in lost territory if like he like just gives the kids some stupid task and doesn't give any explanation about like what's going on in the human world and what's going on with like William Minerva's like fucking revolution. Because we're ready. We've gotten one info dump. Now it's time for like a second info dump for like more context.
Get one. I'm gonna be pissed if we don't.
Because there's no better info dump area than just like have a guy there. Who's just
so what are we gonna rate this thing?
I'll give it like a 7.5 right now.
I'm actually gonna give it a 7. It's not like the worst chapter ever. I think we've seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had enough problems with this that I'm just like, this is okay. It is highly dependent on what the next chapter brings, but
I didn't feel excited at all of meeting this random ass dude who's just like so chill. Like he looks so nonchalant and it's like he knows the answers to everything. I want more answers. I don't want more questions about this fucking series.
Are you excited about this? This is apparently the entire point of your fucking like organization is to like help children escape from the murder farm.
Yeah,
and you're just like, sup, asshole. I'm eating cookies.
I thought you
were my lair. I'm glad you found it.
I thought you would love like his blasé sup assholes.
I don't know. Would you be that fucking like chill if your entire like the entire point to your existence is to like make sure like 10-year-olds weren't eaten by monsters? And like apparently this just doesn't work out that way all that often, and you finally get a shipment of like small children who are like, oh thank God, we've traveled so far and so many people almost died, and you're like, yeah, that's cool. I have these oatmeal cookies, so if you just calm the fuck down, I'm on my 15-minute break.
It's like such a Lost-esque kind of reaction. It's just like it screams so much loss to me right now. I know I keep on beating that horse, about
like I
lost.
genuinely want like, holy shit, you made it! Oh, thank God, we've been tracking you. This is great. Okay, I can finally tell you all the stuff that's going to happen. End chapter.
Right. I want something to make fucking sense of like why these characters are acting the way they are.
Unless, of course, this guy is like, excellent, you've made it. Every once in a while, children do escape. Then that's when we turn them back over to the demons to be eaten. Then I could understand that reaction. That I will accept. But if he like actually goes like, yes, well, I'm working with Millie and Minerva, I'm going to be pissed.
I can understand that.
Fight their way back out of this fucking bunker.
This is like...
Because that was my first... That was actually my initial reaction. Like, gee, this kind of looks really prison-y, and there are numbers on all of the doors. That's kind of weird. And then it's just like this guy's like, oh yeah, sup. Yeah, glad you're here. Fuck you.
This is like, I feel like this is like William Minerva's like lazy intern. Like, he's just kind of like lounging around, like eating a bunch of like pastries.
Yeah, so
like,
alright. I gave it a 7. Greg gave it a 7.5. Isaac, what did you give it?
What? I have not given a score yet. I'm leaning between 7.5 and 8.
So you feel the same way as we do about this?
Alright, fine. I'll go to 7.5. You both convinced me about the weaknesses of this chapter. I'm excited for more iconography, and yeah, you definitely could have like had less demon fighting, and then more of like him like at least give us like a page or two of of like what's going on and why he just doesn't seem to give a shit about the children.
All right, so what do we want to shill for this?
How about probably fucking cookies. Pastries? Yes.
Yeah. So we'll get you like fancy cookies from like fucking Amazon.
Yeah, we don't give a shit about you. Here's some fucking cookies.
Wasn't there that? Do you remember that terrible? I think it was an Adam Sandler film, where some poor schmuck like from the 1950s has been like living in a fucking fallout shelter all his life.
I don't think that's an Adam Sandler movie. No, I think it was Brendan Fraser. It was like Blast from the Past.
It's Brendan Fraser.
Actually, no. We should fucking chill Fallout 4.
How about Fallout 4 and pastries? And cookies?
Fine. Yeah, okay. All right, both. So we're going to do both. We're going to have Fallout 4 because that is all about being in shelters, and we are now in a bomb shelter. And there's going to be some tasty cookies, so you can live out the Promised Neverland experience. And maybe you can use the Gex system in Fallout 4 to make your own Promised Neverland video game. And you can have an NPC of this like William Minerva stooge with his like pot belly, and you can eat cookies and recreate this scene from Promised Neverland using the incredible creation tools of fucking Fallout 4. And you can eat cookies while you're doing it, and then maybe you can get a job at Bungie after you make your Promised Neverland campaign. You need to do that right now. Everyone needs to make this happen, so you can all go get jobs like that one guy who made like a 20-hour quest in Skyrim, and that's the only way you're going to get to work in the video game industry, so you have to buy this thing fucking right now, and make the Promised Neverland Fallout 4 expansion while eating cookies.
Yeah, all right, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
All right. Thank you for watching this video. It was a pleasure, you spending your time to hear us talk about Promised Neverland. Like, comment, subscribe. We like that shit. And remember, lobster's antennas, but don't you grab it.